Hi, this is Akiva Johnson, author of The Protectors, Book 1, Child of the Prophecy. Today we'll be talking about one of the characters in the book. Her name is Veronica. And I put on my Facebook and my Twitter page for anyone who has read the books or even the previews of the books or whatever to send me a question and I'll address it in the video today. So our first question comes from Jasmine. So thank you, Jasmine. Thank you for writing in a question. And the question was, she stated that I know that where the name Veronica came from, but where do I get the inspiration for the personalities of the characters in my book? Which, thank you very much for that question. It's a great question, and I'll be glad to answer it for you. So, honestly, I know a lot of people out there want to believe that the characters are about a particular person or something like that, but the characters in general are not about anybody. Nope. Even sometimes when I use someone's name, like the Veronica character, I actually have a sister named Veronica, so that's where that name came from. But Veronica is not mimicked after any real life person. You might be able to find some likenesses or characteristics to yourself or anybody else in the book. Like you may think, oh, Veronica may have this in common with the real Veronica or that in common with the real Veronica or any of the other names, but in general, no. Most of the characters, I just borrowed names that I liked, and I thought it would be nice and honorable to use the names of people that I know because I thought they would find it amusing to have their name kind of immortalized in a book. So, no, I'm sorry. The Veronica from my book is not mimicked after the Veronica that I know in real life. There are some likenesses that I think are more coincidental than anything else. But for the most part, no. Veronica is so my inspirations. Okay, what inspires me to write a character a certain way? Really, honestly, it's real life. If you ever read anything about human psychology or anything else like that, or you just study people or watch people, when I used to paint and sketch, I used to watch people's facial expressions and almost to the point of staring at people to like really study the face, the expressions, and how when you move this way, what all moves. Um, and I do the same thing with personalities of people when I write. I learn if you were in this situation and you have this particular makeup and personality, how would you behave in that situation? And that's how I'm able to create the characters. They might have something in common, like do for a living, something similar to somebody, but In general, not really. I named a lot of the characters after family members and people that I just know. The last couple of characters that I named, I wrote characters that I didn't have the name for, and I went back to add their names in because I couldn't think of a name. So, a friend of mine who has teenage twins, I just said, "What are your boys' names?" And he said, "Joey and Kyle." And that's how the names Joey and Kyle ended up in the book. I thought that his kids were pretty cool, and I said I'll name those characters after a couple of teenagers. The sons of a friend of mine. So here you go. Um, there you are. So names come from either I saw it on TV, or I know people with these names, or they're just commonplace names. Personalities come from, I guess you would say, the same place your personality came from. It just evolved. I give them life experiences and everything like those. And just like real flesh and blood people, your life experiences mold you into the person that you are. And in my book, I think that their life experiences molded them into who they are. So anyway, thank you, Jasmine, for that question. Um, the only other question was, um, it wasn't really a question, it was more like a request. And it was the person who asked me to put in a little more Veronica, or asked me to explain a little bit more about Veronica. And that is why Veronica became the topic of today's webisode. So I hope that cleared up everything, and I hope it inspired people to understand a little bit more about our character. Um, FYI, I'll just tell you a little bit. I'm going to give myself another 30 or 40 seconds to speak. Veronica likes Western romance novels. Veronica likes Little House on the Prairie and Bonanza and stuff like that. So she was fascinated with American Western culture. Veronica is an Aborigine who's in the medical field, working as the medical advisor on the Alpha Squad for the Protectors. And um, she is the mother of the female child of the prophecy, married to Zane. Um, she's a prepper. Um, that's kind of like how she does, the prepping lifestyle. She likes the idea of the prepping. So she's a prepper. And it kind of shows through when you see the way she preps with the backpacks, and the way she preps with the weapons all over the house and everything like that. That is part of her prepping. And you'll be seeing other evidence of Veronica's prepping in the next book, but she's a prepper. And let's see, that's it about that I wanted to say about her. She's a sweet personality. I really liked having Veronica in the book because I thought she brought home a hometown very motherly like personality to the book. I like her relationship with Zane. She's one of the few protectors who've ever got to visit the home planet of Hihane. And I really just I like her loving personality. That's one of the things that I really like about her. She make you feel like, give me a warm hug, mom, kind of deal. And she does kind of take on the role of mom with a lot of the squad members. She has that warm personality that, the smile and the hug just take you to another level. So I hope you guys enjoyed learning a little bit about her and the process of the characters. And thank you so much for tuning in. Catch me on YouTube, Akiba Johnson, Facebook, Akiba Johnson, and Twitter, Akiba Johnson, author of The Child of Prophecy, The Protectors. Thank you.